It's very interesting how true media dissect bad games from a quarterback that they like and a quarterback they don't like. Let's take Shador Sanders, the second half of the Baltimore Ravens game against the Cleveland Browns earlier this year. Shador Sanders, not good. In a pinch, I think he went like 4 for 16. I think, I don't know how many yards. It was like 40 something yards, less than 50 yards. He actually threw for more yards and a half than Jaxson Dart threw in a whole game. Let me say that again. For Shador Sanders' worst performance this year, he threw for more yardage. And he threw one interception and 0 touchdowns, just like Jaxson Dart did. But he threw for more yards in one half of football. He threw 16 attempts. Jaxson Dart had 13 attempts than Jaxson Dart did for a whole game. And people are like, oh, Jaxson Dart only threw the ball 13 times. I literally just had somebody say he only threw the ball 13 times. Well, Shador only threw it 16 times in one half. Okay? Let's extrapolate that over a game. Shador, I mean, it would have been like 8 for 32. Not great, but for like maybe 90-something yards. That's still better than what Jaxson Dart did. So it's just funny how people, they give excuses for certain quarterbacks and they don't for others. Like, man, this is just painfully obvious. Like, white media, they allow for white quarterbacks to be mediocre. And they will do anything in their power to make excuses for a poor performance. Actually, not a piss poor performance. An all-time egregiously bad game from Jaxson Dart. That's all. That's what I heard when Shador Sanders, he first got into the game. No reps or anything. How long has Jaxson Dart been starting for the New York Giants? I'm just saying, he had that late in the year after about 11 starts for the Giants. And he threw out a 7 for 13, 33-yard game. Let's put things in its proper context. Shador Sanders, he went out there and had his worst game of the year in his first action as a Cleveland Brown. Not the same at all. So let's keep things in its proper context. But people won't. People like Jason Lloyd of The Athletic on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, which is really, it turned out to be a really good show. But recently, it's been really bad. It's been a really bad product on Mondays when they have Jay Crawford, when they have Adam the Bull, when they have Jason Lloyd, and they have Garrett Bush. That is not a good combination. Not a good combination. All right. I love watching on Tuesdays when they have Tyvis Powell, Bull, and they have G. Bush. That should be the lineup they roll out every day, if we're going to be honest. All right. And I don't mind Dustin Fox. Sometimes sometimes it takes her a little bit. Like, I'd be like, man, don't be Jason Lloyd, bro. But yeah, the show's kind of going downhill in quality. Well, because they are hyper focused on Shador Sanders. It's like, I understand it. You got to do it for clicks. You're a top 2 channel on YouTube now, having over 80,000 subscribers. So I get it. You got to feed the beast. But the quality has gone drastically downhill, mainly because of Jason Lloyd. Jason Lloyd is just, there are some people that should just be writers and some people who are born to be personalities. Garrett Bush is born to be a TV personality. He is excellent on TV. Jason Lloyd just comes off as an egregiously bad TV personality, and he's just a hater of Shador. It's like, it's clear as day, bro. You at least Mary Kay Cabot, at least she can hide hers a little bit. She's a little more of higher intelligence than Jason Lloyd, but I'm just gonna be frank about it. She's a little more crafty about how she does things. She'll say stuff and then she'll backtrack, and then she's kind of a flip-flopper, but it's whatever, man. She has to be, because she's the main funnel that the Cleveland Browns organization has out there to get information out there. So she has to be that way. She's a necessary evil, as they would say. Whereas Jason Lloyd writes for The Athletic. Jason Lloyd is just, I'm pretty sure he's a good writer. He's not a good TV personality. He sucks on TV. Just is what it is. Not everybody's made for TV. And he definitely ain't, man. They really need to reassess having him on as much as they do, because he is terrible on television. But I mean, it's just crazy that how white media, they cape for white mediocrity and white quarterbacks. Now, I'm not saying when a black quarterback doesn't have a good game that you shouldn't admonish him. I'm saying when it's a white quarterback, keep the same energy. When Jaxson Dart has a 33-yard game, call it out for what it is. That was one of the worst performances by a quarterback in a game this year. Probably the worst game this year by a quarterback. Let's just call it for what it is. But people will have you believe, oh, Shador Sanders in one half of football. Having no reps with the ones, people don't add proper context when they talk about Shador Sanders. Shador Sanders, when he was thrust into the Baltimore Ravens game, he didn't have any reps with the ones. He did get the proper armband. He had the right play sheet. He went in there. He looked like somebody that was not prepared to play, and that's fine. He's a rookie. But when he got a full week to prepare, they put a game plan in place for him when they went to the Las Vegas Raiders, a game I went to in person. Viva Las Vegas. He looked drastically better. But even in that game, people are going to be like, oh, man, his touchdown pass was just a simple swing pass. We saw this season a simple screen pass is not so simple with Cleveland Browns quarterbacks. We've seen Joe Flacco miss on easy layups like that. Then we've seen Dylan Gabriel miss on easy layups like that. But when Shador gets in there and executes a simple screenplay, people are like, oh, it's just a screenplay. Well, they haven't been completing screenplays all year long. I mean, the people that cover the Cleveland Browns, Cleveland media, oh my gosh. I mean, Tony Grossi, Mary Kay Cabot, they're good at their job. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with everything they say, but they are good at their job. All right, even though I might disagree with a lot what they're saying, they're good on television. All right, Jason Lloyd just comes off as a Shador hater. He just comes off as a hater. It's just he can't even hide that he has a disdain for Shador. And I like that Gary Bush has been going at his rack. It's great television, but I mean, the quality of UCSS is going down. I remember watching the show back in 2022, 2023, when I first started watching. It was a fun show. I mean, it's become super divisive now. I mean, it's really, they really have gone into, I know Jay Crawford likes to say, you know, he was on First Take with Skip and Stephen A back in the day. He was a moderator. It really feels like they're trying to have a First Take vibe, and they didn't used to always have that. Now it's like, I mean, yeah, it's bad, man. It's but let me get back to my original point, land this plane. Yeah, man, if Jaxson Dart has a 33-yard game, can you imagine if Shador had a 33-yard game? I mean, they're already saying Jason Lloyd's of the world. Some people on YouTube, I ain't gonna mention, they're saying that Shador isn't a quarterback in the NFL. It's like, I mean, but Jaxson Dart threw for 33 yards. I've not heard those same people say that Jaxson Dart shouldn't be an NFL starter. Nobody's saying that. They're just taking it for what it is. It's a bad game. Actually, not a bad game. It's a piss poor, one of the worst games this year played by a quarterback. But nobody's like, oh, you know, we got to give up on Jaxson Dart. He's not the guy in New York. I don't hear nobody saying that. But you hear people saying Shador isn't the guy in Cleveland. You're hearing people saying, oh, I've not heard anybody in New York say, oh, hey, we need to pick another quarterback. But they're saying that with Shador. They try to get Shador up out of Cleveland so bad. It's nasty, man. It's nasty work, man. It's like, you really think Dante Moore or Fernando Mendoza are going to step in and be able to deal with dysfunction like Shador has done this year? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? So y'all really expected a rookie quarterback to come in and just be awesome with the dysfunction as the Cleveland Browns? Y'all should be hoping and praying that Shador is the guy, just from a financial standpoint and just from the face of the league standpoint. It's like Shador in Cleveland, and if he could turn Cleveland around, that's a great story for the NFL. And I really think the NFL is going to be like, nope, y'all stuck with Shador because of the Deshaun Watson. So I don't think the NFL is even going to allow Cleveland to pick a quarterback. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right, KSK rolling out. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Peace.